you want a tour?
Venture.
Because if you want a tour, we could stop the bus and the cruise ship tours still have space for you guys. Since you're on my bus and you're all receptive, there we go. And today we're doing the what? Bull riding tour?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, because you're going to get it anyhow. All right, guys. Welcome to Belize. Welcome to cavetubing.com. Here, we have one rule and one rule only. If you don't, well, a couple of rules. If you don't want to have fun, get off my bus. If you don't like my tour, you don't have to pay. Right? Deal or no deal?
Deal.
That's a deal?
Deal.
Then we don't have to bring you back. Yeah, I'm practicing to be a professional liar. No. That's just what we call attorneys around here. All right, first I got to introduce the team working with us today. All the way in the back we have Miss Arlene. And everybody have an AKA. Her AKA is the Belizean Zena. All right. Don't watch us sing it, watch us bring it. Also, you see I'm a kind of like slim guy. Sometimes one guy already wanted to take away my wine, Johnson.
What?
Yeah, he said about give me wine. He's crazy. So when I make up, I like in size, I make up with Big John.
There you go, Big
AKA Big John. Yeah, because then they refer to us here as Robin Hood. Not the men in tights, so don't get me wrong. Right? But why they call us Robin Hood is because we rob the business from the cruise ship tours and we share the money in the hood. Right. Now, who's the most important person on the bus other than yourself?
You!
Me! Hey, take that person off the bus that said me. No, it's alright. His name is Raphael, aka Tigger.
Don't get him mad.
Alright, you know the Tigger like the bunks and the bunks and the bunks? And while you guys are cave tubing and doing whatever you're doing today, this will be the guy protecting the bus.
Good.
You really want to know why we call him the Tiger? Any poachers will be dealt with severely. Now,
What chip? 30.
What chip?
Jewel. We got space for you guys?
Rafaela driver.
We need a police officer, a sexy one. I go around the curve and look for a real sexy one. And that is a Belize Tourism Board checkpoint, right? Now you see how cool our police officers with? Huh?
Right.
Yeah, we actually run over them in moving vehicles, but I'll tell you about that later on. Now my name is Jeff, aka the ex-cop. So no applause for me. Not because I came from prison, all right? Little guy looking like, hey, that's how a real criminal look. No, man, just got released from marriage. I feel like Martin Luther King right now. Relax! All right, guys, who? I know one person has been to Belize before, 2 persons. So I'll ask them not to say anything. We're going to put the silent treatment on them right now. Okay? So who else has been to Belize before? How long ago?
4 or 5 years.
5 years, that doesn't really count. I could tell you whatever I want and get away with it. Okay, we're going to tell you a little bit about Belize City. One of 2 cities in our entire country. Alright? Or, Big John, you want to wrap up the city? I didn't want to go out in the country and handle it, make I deal with paperwork.
Alright.
What I'm going to do, first, that's the Central Bank of Belize. Up ahead, it used to be a prison. Alright? So it's very ironic. They put the bank just where the prison was used to be. You know, like me, I can't go right there to that compound because of my name, the ex-con. They're still scared. But right now, I'm going to ask Big John to come up and tell you a little bit about our city. As soon as we exit the city, we're going to forget about all this lecture and we're going to have a party. Deal or no deal?
Deal!
All right. Thank you very much, guys.
And you book with the locals. Alright? You done messed up now. Because we are the real deal. Can you handle the truth?
Yes.
It's like, yeah. You sure you could handle the truth?
Yeah.
Because we keep it real, 100%. We don't make any excuses, no artificial colors, favors, or preservatives, alright? So, rest assured. How's my English so far?
Very good.
Good? Thank you. English is our official language. Alright? We are the only English speaking country in Central America. Belize is not an island. We are bordered to the north by Mexico, west and south by Guatemala and Honduras. We could drive from here to Houston within 4 days. We could drive from here to Houston within 4 days, so we're not an island. If you give Tigger some beers, 3.5. So that's how we roll, alright? Only English speaking country in Central America. We speak English is taught in school, that's our official language, but we do speak different languages. For instance, the native tongue is Creole or dialect. Creole, but we are English-based Creole, not French-based Creole, alright? We used to be governed by Britain before. We got an independence in 1981. We used to be called British Honduras before 1973. So, unlike Louisiana, you will hear us speak that funny little broken English. The beautiful words you guys took so long to perfect, we mess it up in a minute. We don't play. For instance, we don't say water, we say water. Dinner, dinner. We take off the ER off most words that end with ER and add an A to it. So, if you hear us speaking different languages today between each other, we're just talking Creole. And rest assured, just to get it out of the way, 90% of the time we're talking about you. Good stuff though. I don't know you guys that well enough to know the bad stuff as yet. I think you guys are all angels for right now, but we're going to work it out by the course of the day and see who needs a little, baptism. Alright? So, if you hear us speaking broken English, that fast, that's just Creole. The way you guys take shorthand, especially for the younger guys that like to text and that cut the word short, that's how we talk. Alright? But I will give you a little one-on-one in a few. Let me introduce you to one of our popular complex. This is the Belize Vocational Training School. If you didn't finish high school and you want to learn a trade, this is where you come. Alright? Like for instance, mechanic, engineering, masonry, whatever you want to learn, tour guide, you gotta come here. So that's a very, very prestigious place for us to go. That's somewhere that we like to big up when we come to the city. Now if you notice, the city is very narrow, okay? That's because, like I said, we used to be governed by Britain before, and these streets were actually made for horse and carriages, not trucks and buses. So you're going to see third world driving at its best. For the guys that have been here before, thank you for coming, because if you were here, I could have told all the newcomers anything and you had to believe. But no, where the guys that came before? See, you guys are here to confirm what I'm saying, right? Right. Keep me on track. Okay, let me introduce you to one of our most popular high school. The orange and green building, that's our favorite. All the guys applied and want to get in, and we keep applying and they keep rejecting us. So what we do, we come and we hang out at the gates when school is over, because it's an all-girls school. Yeah. You can't blame a guy for trying, alright? And guys, the overpass we just passed was that's marked the entrance of the Northern Highway. Belizeans are not complicated. Northern Highway takes you north. Right. 2.5 hours from here, we'll be at the Mexican border. Now this is the Belcan Bridge. If you look over, you see another bridge called the Bell China Bridge. Bell for Belize, Can for Canada, Belcan. For the Canadians in the house? Any Canadians on board?
No.
Okay, I was going to say thank you for this bridge. Any Chinese on board? Chinese? I was going to say thank you for that bridge. You see a space for a bridge on that side? Where are the Americans? Belize is waiting for the bridge. Guys, America, Canada beat you to it, China beat you to it, come on man. When you go back home, email Obama, tell him, hey.
We can't even get a bridge where we live.
Well, in that case, since you can't get it there, maybe we could get it here. Yeah, you never know. Sometimes you treat the outside guests better than the inside guests, you know what I'm saying, than family. So who knows? Now guys, that bridge just took us to the south side of the city. The city is divided into two halves, north side, south side. We're on the south side now. This is where the real people live. The more grassroots, the more, you know, live, the real deal. Like tour guides and drivers and so on, you know, real people. On the north side, we have an area called the Kings Park area. That's like our 90210. People with money, the politicians, professional liars. Like Jeff told you, we call them attorneys. CEOs, bank managers. Can we keep it real? Yeah. Street side pharmacists, money launderers, people like that, they live on that side, they have the money. Since now we're on the south side, the cool side. And if you've been here before 5 years ago, the streets weren't like this when you came the last 5 years. They was all messed up. We just went through an infrastructure project where we converted all the streets from asphalt in the city to concrete. So they're much smoother now, more durable. And why I say durable? Because we have an extensive rainy season, which is from June to November. We get at least 50 to 100 inches of rain per year, based on the weather. At least 50. This is the lowest area in the city, in the country. Belize City is like 15 degrees below sea level. When we go up in the mountains and hills, which is more elevated inland, we get double that. We get 150 to 200 inches of rain per year. So with that rainy season, that's also the hurricane season. And after that is finished, from June to November, the streets are usually torn up. The asphalt gets messed up. That's when Belizeans start practicing PhD in driving. You know what PhD stands for here, right?
Yes.
Pothole dodging. I told you we're low lying when it comes to the sea level. Guys, welcome to one of the most peaceful community in the city. When I say peaceful, neighbors don't argue with each other here. Everybody just lay low. This is what we call a dead center of town too. Alright? Guys, unlike Louisiana, if you notice the tombs are above ground. But unlike Louisiana, our loved ones are very below. We're low lying when it comes to sea level, so when you try to dig 6 feet, at 3.5, 4 feet, we meet a water table. So what we do, we cement the bottom, put the loved ones in, and whatever feet we can't go down, we accommodate with a tomb to the top. To stick to the 6 feet tradition, so that's how we roll. This is the Lower Ridge Cemetery. It's not the oldest in the country, but it's 160 years old. Alright? So that's one of our landmarks, and that's jail. No, that's just one of the, well, that's a little military compound on that side. That's where some of the BDF soldiers base when they're not doing anything. It's all that. See, we don't have any wars or fighting any uprising or anything. So we don't have a military, we have a defense force. Because we're only a couple thousand strong. And when they don't have anything merely to do, so they work with the police force, you know, just to keep active. Okay, so that's good. Like I was saying, 2.5 hours from here would be at the Guatemalan border. That's how easy it is for us to get around, or in and out of the country. 2.5 hours on the northern highway, Mexican border, 2.5 hours on the western highway, Guatemalan border. That's how you get, you know, get around easy, right?
Do you have to apply for visa to travel to other countries?
Do we have to apply for visa? Guys, to get to Mexico, Guatemala, all we need is our passport. Alright? And to get to the Caribbean countries, the same thing, because we are part of the Commonwealth community as well. We used to be governed by Britain. So our passport allows us to travel to the Caribbean because we're Caribbean communities. We're Central American communities or countries. And because we used to be governed by Britain, we're part of the Commonwealth communities, so we could travel from here to Canada. But we need an in-transit visa to pass to the US. So that's how we roll. We're like a melting pot. We're right in the middle of everything, alright? We have art, societies, and cultures here. So, guys, I want to ask something. This is not the cruise ship industry or tour, right? This is What's Up. You guys read the reviews?
Yeah.
How good were they?
Very good.
Very good.
We've never read anything bad about ourselves. Just kidding. Guys, those are from past guests, alright? And that's why, from you reading those, you're already one step ahead of the game. Because now we have some expectation to live up to right now, okay? We have to make sure that those reviews that you guys read, that was all good, we got to top it off for you guys. We're gonna make sure we do better than that, so that when you go home, you could write your own reviews and let them know how the real locals do it. So my job is to get you, take you to a destination, have some fun, adventure, you know, and let you return back safely and on time. You know, you see, I put safely and on time. That's the key word, alright? So before we do that, there was something I got to get out of the way. I don't know if Jeff already did it, but I'm going to do it now. What time for the different ships?
5:30.
Jules, 5:30, the last 10.
5:30 last.
5:30, last tender. For which ship is that?
Jewel.
Jewel. Everybody's from the Jewel on the ship?
I am.
Yes.
Who's not? Okay, by show of hands, who's not from the Jewel? Okay, so we're good. So 5:30 is the last tender. Alright? So what time do you have now? Somebody with a Rolex, please.
10:15.
10.
We're on the same time. So with that said, we have all day, which is good. Alright? So rest assured, we'll 5:30 you said?
Yes.
The last.
Let's say our last tender is 5 o'clock.
Okay.
So we will plan to get you here back before 5 o'clock. Is that good?
Yes.
Alright, so you have, if anything, from there go on, that's yours. I want to take at least 4:30 to 5 o'clock to get you back here.
Deal.
Alright? Okay. There you guys.
Okay, we have medicinal trees for headaches, backache, slow down the growth of cancer, men's sex drive, diabetes, hypertension, ear infection, throat infection, abortion. We just look behind our backyard. This is the trumpet tree. Alright, so this is a medicinal tree. Whenever we want to quit smoking, when the leaf is dry, we roll it up and smoke, or hypertension. When our pressure, what we call the hypertension, is high, and we will boil the leaf of this tree when it is dry, drink it, alright, as a tea, boil it. Did you taste the cashew wine this morning in the bus?
Yeah.
Okay, this is how the cashew tree looks. The cashew fruit is the only fruit that has a seed hanging on the outside besides strawberry, and it is an apple-shaped fruit. Okay, so when preparing the cashew nut, it goes through a long process. You have to wear a long coat, a pair of gloves, and a mask. We don't prepare it inside our homes. We prepare it outside because of the toxic on a mallow, so that it's called a fire heart. So the cashew wine, we call it the poor man's whiskey, because when you drink that cashew wine, it gives you a high. A glass though, a big glass. And when the humidity is very high and you go outside the following day, it gives you another high. Yeah, so anyone of you tasted cashew nut before?
Where do you buy it?
You buy it outside the tourist village. As soon as you go back to the city, okay, outside the tourist village, when you comes out the bus, the person is right there selling you it. Alright? We use the mahogany tree, better known as the golden wood, because it gives a beautiful golden finish shine. When we cut down one mahogany tree, we plant 10 more. We call it the red gold. Red because of its beauty, and gold because it is very expensive. Okay, so this is our national tree of Belize, the mahogany tree.
I saw that.
Cruise like a Norwegian